Welcome back from the break, everybody, and the halftime show. Hex, Zoe was throwing some shade. I know it's hard for her, but, you know.
They cheat on the desk when they do those face-offs anyway. And look, I was picking with my heart because I'm defending the integrity of the entertainment value of this league. We need Chengdu strategies to work so that they don't stop playing it. Otherwise, we're going to have 3-3 mirror matches throughout the rest of Stage 1. And I personally like some Pharah play, like some Tracer play, like some Hammond play. I like watching it. But thus far, it has not worked out very well.
So far, that's been really brutal. We were discussing that before going into the halftime, into the break, you know, in terms of knowing when to change it up. That's probably the key.
Yeah.
Throw the crazy stuff out there, but just know when you need to go for the swap when it's not working. And so, I mean, Volskaya seen a lot of action on this map so far at the beginning of this season. It has the potential to go a long ways.
Yeah, and if Chengdu stays on this composition, I'm actually okay with it, but I want to see some improved Semmler play from Elsa. I thought he got completely out-hacked by his counterpart on the other side of things, and Elsa was just a little too late, not getting to where he needed to be with those EMPs, not exactly getting the hacks or the eliminations that they needed, so I want to see him re-step up his game. He is staying on this. Let's go, Chengdu. They're going to run a Pharah again, too.
I mean, he's just got a lazy Sombra, you know? Like, Sombra's supposed to be like this ultra marathoner, you know, just non-stop moving all over the place. And he was just like, you know what, I'm just going to ride the payload.
Yeah.
I was just going to ride the payload.
And there you go. It's a nice DMEC early on, so Ding is out of it, and now they're going to be able to really rain it down from above, because there's no D.Va to stop this. Now you're just eating rockets.
Oh, nearly gets it. Thought he got the deny there. That would have been sick.
Meanwhile, the mech call down kills Ama, which is not something you see very often. It will not matter, though, as Chengdu rolls in, quite literally, gets the kill, and now they've got a huge potential because Elsa has stepped up. EMP is ready, and they're going to have Barrage.
That couldn't have gone better for the Hunters. Way to strike back. Perhaps, you know, during the break, coaches had a chance to get their input, and now they're on the same level. But from on high, Jinmu just doing his thing, cutting off some of these angles, making him a harder target to hit. And in the meantime, Elsa working on that back line. Lots of juicy targets. It is tough to nail everybody with an EMP on the defense, but he is going to go ahead and manage to pick up a few. That was a quad hack, and this is a wipe. Excellent execution coming in from the Hunters.
That's not justice raining. That is a storm from above, a torrent of rockets, and with a clean kill. That's how it's supposed to look. That's the execution that Chengdu's looking for. And you can't ask for any better.
Trying to look at the Shanghai Dragons' reactions over there. Gamsu not looking too pleased. Nonplussed. Amused slightly at how that went.
Well, what are you going to do except kind of giggle that one off? Like,
you gotta shake it off.
You got Rex, then you got EMP'd Barrage. You had nothing to do. Like, that's exactly when we talk about Snowball on Assault maps. You take your dominant point A victory, and then you take that advantage in ultimates into the second point.
And this is what you get.
Yeah. This is perfect, though. They're patient on this, and then he takes this angle, knowing they're going to want to retreat, uses the movement abilities, crashes over the top. I mean, that's a 5K that's attributed only to Jinmu, but the EMP sets it up.
That's exactly right. Positioning his team, ferrying him in. Solid work from Jinmu. As far 5-kill barrage, it's not every day we get to see that, Hex. Nearly an entire team wipe based off of one ult.
I'm just imagining a ladder world where all I see are yellow Pharahs and yellow Hammonds. Like, they're really the only players in the Overwatch League representing those heroes, so you have idols. Also, yellow just looks awesome on the skins. I guess it's like an orange. I've always kind of said it's like banana yellow, but, you know, whatever.
That's a thing.
Okay. Going back to spawn now.
They're cutting it close.
I mean, they're not going to be back there.
They're definitely cutting it pretty close. How quick are his hotkeys?
I mean,
go, 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 fast. Oh, well, I mean, he is going to be on the hamster. Really cutting it close, but they might be able to make it back in time. Okay, then, on the Hunters.
They're not going to hold at the doorway like a team with a Reinhardt would anyway.
No, look what they've got. Look at this. From on high, this is the setup, the Hunters. How do you crack this? How do you get out your front door, Hex?
Look at this lower third, though, just to drive the point home. That was the fastest full clear of Volskaya, meaning both points captured, recorded in the history of the Overwatch League. We played a lot of games last year, Semmler.
That's actually an insane stat. Okay, then. Thank you, Captain Planet. And I'm loving this setup from the Hunters right now. I mean, Shanghai are kind of locked into this building. They can hear the creaking. It's like a horror movie, you know? It's night, all the lights are off, and you hear the floorboards creaking from the attic.
And you just hear a hamster squealing.
Yeah, then it's this ominous squeaking. What could it be? Imminent death, that's what it is. Let's go. I'm looking for the back line, and he's gonna find it. The pressure getting on. His teammates, however, have got to be careful, and he will eventually get deleted, as we've seen time and time again.
It looked like a missed grapple. He was starting to move, and then it stopped, and then he got bashed and cleaned up. But Chengdu's still going to fight in this because they don't really have an option to retreat. Going to get the hack. Ildal gets the opposing supports. The rally out. Gamsu falls, and Chengdu pulls it back from the brink, as they often do. Here comes the taxi back to spawn, too.
I get things shaped up exactly. Beep, beep. Just give me a 5-star rating, please. Yeah, you'll get a 5-star. You'll get a 5-star. Let's go. Back into the action. Shanghai at the choke. This time, however, they've got some tools to use. They have the EMP on Ding. They've got Luffy's Trance online, and they're going to get smushed immediately. Mines are out, and the Shanghai Dragon's getting evicted.
The boosted Hammond comes in there. 2 minutes left, and Shanghai has barely even sniffed point A. I mean, they had some back cap pressure, but there wasn't a ton there, and they've been banking up ultimates, though. Almost all 6 online for Shanghai. You'd have to expect them to win this fight, but against Chengdu, all bets are off.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Who knows what is possible? Well, Late Young certainly, oh man, he got a glimpse at the other side. That was cutting it close. Hack out onto Elza as well, or the EMP rather, does connect. That's gonna be a DMX Diva, and so nothing to stop DM here from chucking out the grab. Trance is in. All the ults getting thrown into this, and the Shanghai Dragons need to get value. They need to start finding some kills. The Sound Barrier is gonna buy even more time.
Double stun, and now with Kyo falling, this one should just be about over. Not enough supports for Chengdu. Yveltal had some miracle plays last time. He's able to get 1 kill here, but now it's just about taking up as much time as possible.
Yeah, nice focus fire based off of the hacks. Solid work there. Shanghai, they managed to pull it together in the end. 50 seconds on the clock now. And they will get that first juicy tick. And so, we're gonna see some rotations coming out here on the Hunter's side. Time to change things up. No longer a hamster. He has morphed into a full-blown Deutsch killing machine, clad in steel.
So they make a couple switches. They're gonna have rally up. Nano should be there for a while, but as long as they can get a couple kills here, they should be able to reset and stabilize their economy, but an enormous EMP comes in.
That was looking pretty good. 3 kills immediately. They're crushed to the corner. Hex, they can't even show themselves. Petrified, that's what they are, the Hunters. Elsa's just gonna go ahead and throw himself right into it. He's dead. Solo grab onto Jinmu. They want to get the job done here. Not even gonna see it.
1 kill comes up on Agoma, but Luffy is cleaning up on the Zenyatta. That's it. No surprise it is a slower time than the Chengdu offense, but that's a nice play there. We are tied up here on Volskaya, 2-2. We're gonna run it back on the other side. We'll see you then.
A 3-minute break. We fooled you. We're back in the action already, everybody. 2-2 tied up.
There's some guy standing in front of his fridge now panicking. Like, I thought I had time for a sandwich. Oh, no.
Just slap some bam on that bread. Get in here, man. It's tied up 2-2. The Hunters eating the Dragons, but the Dragons also got a hunt. They got a grip on that leg. They're not letting go.
Like, that was a pretty good offense from the Dragons, but they're 2.5 minutes behind the Chengdu offense. Now Chengdu has a little bit more of a traditional defense set up offensively. Dragon's not going to surprise anybody. This is what they've been running a lot of the day. A 3-3 variation, 3-2-1. The 1 being the utility damage dealing hero in Sombra. And Ding's been playing that hero very well.
Indeed, he has. We saw it in the halftime. Quite a few stats. They all looked big. They all looked impressive. So we'll see, can he keep that level of performance up right now versus the Hunters, who are certainly showing that they've got some fangs of their own. And look at that, just barrels straight through. As soon as the tanks are off the high ground, all right, time to go. And he manages to whip his way back to the point and to safety.
You see even a great Hammond player like Amon have trouble getting in and out of places sometimes because the control is so different. It's momentum driven. It's like kind of like an ice level in a platformer, right? You can't stop on a dime, and now he gets a little bit of trouble taken out, but Luffy exchanged for the other side, 5v5.
That was a nice hack there to set it up for Ding. Long range with the Uzi is not the best, though. DM will find Late Young, and Ding is still working on it. He's got that EMP going strong here, so things are looking up for Shanghai. That's the first tick picked up for them. Certainly going to be a few more of those to follow because the Hunters are backing off.
That's reset time, and this can be an issue because EMP is ready to go. We've seen that power on taking it from point A to point B onto your second attack. This one is all on Kyo. He should have Transcendence up, just even through passive and hitting a single orb. Can he get it to mitigate the EMP? It's the big question right now.
We're about to find out.
It's hiding.
Yeah, he's right there onto the juicy targets. Does manage to get a hack on 3, but he misses out on the Zen, and that means that the trance is going to get used by Kyo. Doesn't matter, turns out they get obliterated. Shanghai Dragons just barreling through yet again.
You want to use your Transcendence to save yourself from an EMP? What are you going to have left for the Graviton Surge that is yet to follow? Now Jinmu just trying to get out with this rally. Last second gets there.
Unbelievable, 99.6. He couldn't cut it closer. Sid is going to get in, but the kills are still coming through for Shanghai, and they've got the sound barrier to help them out. They are going to be impossible to stop now, and as soon as the Hunters are off the point, the Dragons will end up getting their second one. So 4 points for the Dragons, 2 for the Hunters. We're going to flip sides, and we'll see if the Hunters can reproduce the magic.
I think we might be in for, 6-7 Volskaya score here. It looks like no defense really being played, but it's really on the offense. They've been using their ultimate economy so well from first point to second point. This is what you expect. When you win first point that well, you're going to have the advantage. How do you use the advantage? And it was just really well played from Shanghai there. They EMP'd, knowing that, okay, if we get the Zenyatta, we're just going to win the fight. If we don't, he's going to have to use Transcendence to keep his team alive. And then they are going to have nothing for the graph. So just really well played. They knew exactly the order of operations and the win conditions to play to. Now let's see if Chengdu can do the same thing they did on the first offense.
I mean,
see if they can break their own record.
You got to keep in mind, this is the Hunters battling for their life in this series. Shanghai Dragons currently lead 2-0. We're looking for the first team to reach 3. So on the Hunters, looks like they want to rinse and repeat. Elza had an excellent performance first time around on offense for the Hunters. Yeah. Total flip from Numbani, what we saw there. So,
and you might be asking yourself, why aren't they just running a Widow or a McCree? They know they're going to run Pharah. The problem is you don't know they're going to be running Pharah. And then if you do end up running a Widow or McCree, Chengdu's just going to switch and then jump on you, and it's over. So you don't really have an option against this kind of offense because the offense has the option to switch much more easily than you do.
Exactly, we see that now.
That's why you see some of the offenses on maps be a little more interesting than defenses. Not punished as hard.
Nice work. Rockets in. Does manage to spot. Has to go for the reload. Couldn't have been worse timing. Might have been able to get a pick to kick things off here. Instead, it's Shanghai just playing the angles, trying to show as few targets as possible here for Jinmu to pummel. And in the meantime, that's going to open it up. Somehow we lose our Mercy.
Beamed down from the sky by DM apparently, but it's very strange for that to happen when you have a bar on the map. Bar was pretty high. You know, the reason why Mercy's such a good healer for Pharah, and vice versa, why they work together, why it's Pharah Mercy or Pharmacy, is the verticality allowed for escapes. And flew a little too close to the ground, got picked off. Already a better defense for Shanghai than their first point A defense.
For some reason, you know, Gamsu, he's just looking so confident right now. I was thinking, you know, he's just sitting there saying, you know, hey, even a broken clock is right twice a day. You know, maybe they got him right on the first time around. He's not looking like he's too worried this time. Chengdu still looking for a way to make it work here. I mean, they have succeeded in at least somewhat splitting up Shanghai. Ding gets
ready.
Yeah, Ding got silence, but it's not the follow-up they were looking for. Only the 1 kill on Youngjin. But DM is still alive in this. Elsa gets the EMP off in time. Forward hacked for Shanghai Dragons. This is the golden opportunity, and it's looking like it's slipping out of the Hunters' feelings. They've been given the slip.
EMP comes while Transcendence is still active, and that means that the window to actually do damage is lesser, because everyone's still getting healed there. An interesting EMP and Barrage. Again, they didn't use them together. I just prefer the EMP to come out first and then hold on, and then for the Barrage. Chengdu still has some ultimates to work with. They're going to have both tank ultimates, both support ultimates, but no DPS ults for the follow-up.
The squeak of rage. You can tell that he's launching mines everywhere. And that is the opening. Perhaps we still have a presence on the point. That's Youngjin with the rally. And no kills, really. Gamsu gets hacked. Where did he get that happen to him? Okay, he's got his primal, so he's still beefy, and he will be able to back off in time, so he will survive. Sound barrier there to keep him up as well. But Coma not able to get out of the line of sight of the self-destruct. Still trading back and forth. Chengdu dropping dangerously low, but the heal, the trance there in the nick of time to keep him alive.
Dueling Transcendences. Elsa gets isolated on the backside, but a nice resurrection brings Amon back to life. Another hack, and that is finally a completion kill on Gamsu. Amon's very low. He looks like he's just going to go for it, though.
Had to happen eventually, right? Had to happen eventually. You're going to catch him out. He's on his own. And well, Jinmo, you got to stay on the point, man. I mean, he's looking for kills, but you got to capture that point. Get it done. They were looking to see if they could try and stagger things out here, the Dragons, but they are going to go chuck themselves in the cold drink. And we will get the Hunters picking up the... Never mind. Okay, there you go, Elsa. Picking up the first point.
I mean, they don't have a great track record of staying on objectives, so it would not have been too surprising. Now it's time for the snowball effect. They're just going to lay mines out on the field. A preemptive barrage. They do get one kill. EMP about ready as well.
Yeah, just throwing all of their ults in and hoping to do exactly the same thing as the first go-around. Halfway to picking up the second point now. Gamsu in the back line. Bubble has been popped. He's going to be able to leap his way back to safety, however. And we did get a DMAC on Late Young. That might slow things down.
I think Amon was trying to cover for the resurrection. They brought Amon back to life, actually. Late Young gave his life for dueling Transcendences. So far, defense seems stable-ish.
Still a monster. Still a monster EMP thrown in by Elsa to set all of this up for his team. Need to get it a little bit more clean, however. Dragon's able to hold. You still got to deal with a fully buffed up Luffy on Zenyatta. He's just going to be pummeling you, and then Gamsu getting into the back line. Good support from his team.
That's nice peel there for keep the Zen alive, but only momentarily as he gets herded into Youngjin, and now you got to back out. Kyo's out of it. You're going to have ultimates to work with next fight. You've just lost both supports. It's time to go home.
Oh, Gamsu getting a bit ahead of yourself. Woo! That was cutting it close.
It's just support charge now. That's all that ends up being.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't understand why Chengdu refuses to use ultimates together. There's like 5% away from an EMP, and then they solo barrage into a hallway. This is what has worked for you before. It's not like they don't know the formula here, but.
Just looking at it, they were like, we gotta rush, we gotta rush, we gotta get it done, and another solo barrage coming through here. Still have 4 ultimates online. Their wings are out now. Kyo with the follow-up on DM. And these are a lot of kills going the way of the Hunters. Still a possibility here for Shanghai to delay things, however, could go for the sound barrier. Exactly, gets thrown in. Coma does manage to catch out Youngjin with that as well. So the two of them working together as a trio with the help of Luffy. Just got to keep that presence going. This is still possible. Gamsu is here. Self-destruct is certainly going to force him off, though. There is so little time for them to work with, and it is going to be successful. The Hunters will pick up a second point. Tied up 4-4.
4-4. I really want to know the method to the madness, because yet again, Barrage comes down as EMP is at 98%. It doesn't matter this time around as a post-Barrage EMP came out if they baited out Transcendence. Maybe they just have a preference in the order of operations they like to do things. But for me, it seems like you've got 6 different players with 6 different agendas and how they want to use things. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't knock it if it works. You know, it ain't dumb if it works. All of those things happen, but
Gamsu looking a little less amused now, too. Hex just to point it out. You know, he had a bit of a chuckle.
Yeah.
He's looking pretty confident.
When you said nonplussed, would you say now he looks perturbed?
Slightly, somewhat, yes.
Like perturbed. If they lose, then disturbed. Rustled.
His scales.
State of the jimmies, rustled.
Oh, man. That's the brutal thing here, is that every time it feels like the Shanghai Dragons are able to kind of keep it together, but then the chaos, the sheer chaos that the Hunters are throwing at him gets the better of them. So Gamsu's got a reason to feel a little frustrated here. And the Hunters, what do we got? Because they finished with less time in the bank, they're going to start on offense.
And kick it off on offense. No surprise here. This is what they want to run. Jinmu to do all the damage from on high, and then everyone else running around with their heads on fire, getting EMPs. Amon just being annoying on the hamster. Hammond, wrecking ball in short when you're making calls.
He goes by ball, and now here it is. Introduction straight in. Late Young looking to capitalize, looking to back up his tank, and not quite finding the kill, but they do manage to succeed in pushing Shanghai into the back room. Gamsu gonna go ahead, start to get the contest train going. Can they find anybody though? A solid hack there is gonna slow things down for Ding, but his teammates are still hanging in there. Gamsu, however, getting focused. He's gotta be careful and he will go down, but Ding is able to trade it for Kyo.
Well, they might be able to resurrect this if they can cover on time, but Mercy gets put into a bad position. They are able to resurrect it, and that is the power of Mercy. In case you forgot, Season 1, Stage 1, able to bring people back to life, not the same power level. Now Jinmu very low. He's gonna stay alive though. They should be able to finish this off.
Oh, buddy, that was the Hail Mary. That was the Hail Mary barrage.
Yeah, weird. Well, that was the Fail Mary. You're absolutely correct. No idea why they thought that was going to work out. Ended up getting plunked in the head, and because of that, they're now on the back foot. 20 seconds left. That sound means 20 seconds left, not that you're in a dream within a dream.
We're about to find out, are they capable? And there it is, grab point blank, just gonna be buying more time here. 10 seconds on the clock, and the Hunters no longer have a diva. Whatever you do not kill Late Young. Just leave him be. He'll have to work to get that mech back, and now it's gonna be Among all on his own. On the point, he gets focused down. Jinmu trying to do the best that he can on high. We have an EMP thrown in, but only 2 get hacked on the Dragon's side.
He's able to posthumously get a kill as he left the minefield, and now he's back to life, back in the mix. Gamsu's able to take out Late Young, and now they use KO. Jinmu falls soon after. That is going to just about be it, off into the drink. That's the progress. That's where it ends.
That's gonna be it. Hunters. If we go all this way, Hex. Tied up 4-4. Hunters look so good. Such a fantastic start. Bit of variety and positioning on defense. And then here we are.
You saw the potential of how the Hunters can play when they coordinate ults, when they communicate well on their first run. Oh, look at this. EMP, into the side, barrage, 5 kill. 5 kill barrage is amazing, unseen most often. And then they were just like, oh, we're good. We're good. I'll just, remember that 5K barrage? I'll just barrage. Oh, I didn't, and then that was half 2. And half 3 just got worse.
It just goes and goes and goes.
It is confusing. I mean, these guys, I love them because they're scrappy, because they play in a different style and solo, but like, clean it up. Just clean it up a little bit, and you would still have a viable composition. It would. We've seen it work. Just clean it up.
The possibility is there, but you have to be so tight with the game plan to make it work.
All right.
Dragons.
I love that they're running this on defense now too.
I mean, why not?
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it. The thing is, now there is a legitimate. I wonder, because on offense, right? You know, they could go for some quick changes here.
Yeah, you could try to run a counter, try to run a McCree. I mean, we've seen DM very capable hit scan hero. Very capable.
They just don't have a lot of time.
Several different DPS. Yeah, but you can still switch like immediately when you see this. They've got the Sombra in. The Sombra's going to see it, but you might as well just go for it. I mean, this composition has worked against Chengdu's offense, so maybe it'll work against the defense.
Ding not going to go for it. Was a potential for a hack on the Mercy, perhaps? It was a bit long range. Would have been brave.
Oh, get out! The whip shot. Hack so he can't even grapple out of the side and swing himself back up, and then the whip shot. That's the kind of coordination that you need to just get those easy eliminations. You can't resurrect that one. He's in the deep.
Get on it. I mean, now it's all about Jinmu. He's so close to a barrage again. It's bonkers how quick he's charging his ult, but the rest of his team, they're getting cut off. And there's quite a bit of progress. Only a single tick is all Shanghai need right now to collect victory in this series. Chain up wins in the Overwatch League.
Was a hack. Can they get the res? You got to cover for this res. Try to bring them back to life. The Valkyrie is out.
Late Young's dead. Elsa probably going to die too. There was the stun going off. Elsa hanging on by a thread, pinned in the corner, goes for the EMP, just hoping to get anything out of it, but right now there's no follow-up by the looks of it. The mines go out, nobody cares, the hack goes on to the Mercy, she's dead. This could very well be it. The Shanghai Dragons right on the edge of picking up their second win, and they will succeed. The Shanghai Dragons do it, 3-0.
Shanghai, 2 wins in a row. That's what you call a winning streak for the first time in Shanghai history. Good for them. Well, we will play map 4 when we return after the break in just a bit.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.